Live? Am I live? I'm live. What's going on, guys? How you doing? Who's here? I think it's just Johnny. How you doing? What's going on? It's good somebody's here because I just finally finished editing the video that was supposed to be up for you guys Thursday, but still got to do the thumbnail. So that'll be up later tonight. And yeah, so at least that got done. And we got some things to discuss as far as that video goes. I'm giving you guys an early look at what's going to be in that video. So who we got? Say hello. And I got a little channel news that I haven't shared with you guys yet that has to do with T's Guitars. So if you want to know what's up with that, I'm just asking for one, I think it's $5 chat. So anyway, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, David. Who we got here? David's here. Johnny 3 Bars here. Is BBM here? That's an old message. There he is. Cool. What's going on, everybody? Hey, let me know, how's the audio? I was playing around with everything with this new lapel mic. So we're going to be playing around with how the audio is with the guitars and other stuff today. I sound good? CD Nelson is in the house. How you doing? Thanks for joining me. Thank you, Johnny. Johnny, I'm going to give you a little email as soon as I find a little time, and I don't forget about the kind of things you do and how that can apply to some of the builds and projects that I got going on around here. Because I would love to work with you on doing some things. I got some ideas. I think we discussed this maybe once before in another chat. I don't know. Rod, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? How's everything? We got 6 people in the chat right now. Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for coming. I appreciate all of you. And we're going to be talking about a video I just finished, which I'm going to post later tonight. It's about the giveaways, right? Because if you saw the short, then you know I'm going to be doing more giveaways. And if you were here yesterday, you know I'm going to be doing more giveaways. So I got the guitars from the video here, and I'm going to try playing them for you guys. I think the lapel mic might be powerful enough to block out the guitar. So this is going to be interesting. I need you guys to let me know, because then I'll have to figure out a plan B and do this again tomorrow, because I'm planning on doing this again tomorrow at 2 o'clock before I go to work. The Tooth is in the house. What's going on? And so is TSA, the Time Surfing Alien. What's going on, buddy? How's everybody doing? Excuse me. So, yeah, you've been online all day, haven't you, Tooth? I know I ran into you earlier, but then again, I guess that means I'm online all day. Dwight, what's going on? How's it going, Dwight? How's it going? Yeah. So BBM, how did you feel about going live today? Oh, okay, cool. All right, thank you. Thank you, CD Nelson. It's just a little something about the channel, what's coming up, something special on the channel, thanks to T's Guitars. The new SBHEs are coming in, right? And he's getting the samples. He's getting them in a couple weeks. Should be here around the 4th of July, maybe a little earlier, if I understood him correctly. And, well, when they get here, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be able to get footage of all the new colors and show you guys for the first time. And I'm going to talk to Torsten and see if I can't figure out a way to go live from there so that we can all see them together, have them revealed together. All right. So hopefully I can work that out, figure out a way to do it with my cheap laptop, and set that all up so that we can see all 7 new colors. I think we'll actually be able to see 6 out of 7 new colors. I think that's what it is. Bro, CD Nelson, you are going to be very happy with whatever color you get. They're all going to be gorgeous, but there's, like, for me, it's all about 3 colors. There's a candy apple red, which has got a silver flake underneath it. That's the same silver flake that's in the purple royal. What do they call it? He's calling it now the royal purple. Yeah, so it's gonna be that same deep metal flake underneath the candy. So it's gonna be a candy apple red with that. Then there's gonna be the silver flake, just silver flake, and there's gonna be a gold top, and there's gonna be a couple other classic colors. But once I've been focused on those 3 because I don't know which one I want more. But there's going to be a lot of other stuff about these guitars that's going to make it worth it. As awesome as the SBHE currently is, the new one's going to be even better. So you're definitely going to get your money's worth out of the new guitar, man. And I can't wait. I'm getting an ST1. He's going to be shipping that here soon. And oh, you know what I didn't get in camera range? Hold on. I got a project plan for the my ST1 when it gets here, because I should be getting 2 ST1s soon. I should be getting one to give away to you guys along with an amplifier, and I should be getting one directly from Torsten for me to review on the channel. And when I get that one, I got a bunch of pickups that are going to go in it after the review's done. We're going to do a project with it. Let me see if I can take these out of the bags. I got the pickups for it already. The everything else is coming. I got a new pick guard coming. I got a Gilmore setup with a Gilmore switch, a drop-in setup coming, and I got a surprise. Right, I'm going to put the swimming pool route of the SPR to the test. All right, hold on. All right, how's that for the bridge? Right? I was going to hit you up and see if you wanted to go, BBM. I hadn't actually remembered to ask, but it's only been in the last couple of days I found out. But yeah, I have been meaning to ask you if you wanted to go. But don't worry, it's okay. I'm sorry I didn't ask earlier. So yeah, so we got, this is going to be the bridge pickup, right? 13.5K, and I'm not going with a couple of Strat style single coils in the guitar. I like P90s. So I decided to get a set of P94s because they'll drop right in to a swimming pool route. And that's what I got. So it's going to be, which one of these? I might have to test the output to find out which one is which. Yeah, I actually don't think these are marked, which one is bridge and which one is neck. All right. And I got old man eyes, so you guys see anything? I don't. Usually there's a B and an N. Doesn't matter. One is 7.1K and the other is 7.9K. And then this is 13.5. So this is all going to balance out nicely. And with the added girth of these versus the width of a standard single coil, a Strat style single coil, they're going to get a lot more fullness in the tone. And I don't know, does anybody know what it sounds like when you turn down the tone on a P90? It sounds awesome. So these are going to be badass in that guitar. So yeah. So that's what's going on with the ST1 that I get. And then we're also going to be doing this giveaway. As long as Ricky comes through, I've been talking to him. He's ready to get something together. But I had to as politely as possible, let him know I needed him to wait on the amplifier and not send it until we had a winner and send it directly to them. Because God forbid anything were to happen to the amplifier, there's no warranty with the company anymore, with the retailer, and there's nothing that'll be done with the shipper either. Because if you ship that much weight with that kind of insurance for that expense, it would be outrageous, right? The cost would be ridiculous. So you never do that. So as soon as it's damaged, I would be losing out. So, you know, I might have come across not so nice, but because I had to be a little strong. So I'm a little concerned about that, if I'm being perfectly honest. But I've been a little concerned about that kind of thing with him the whole time. There's a lot going on behind the scenes for me to keep this going. But we'll talk about that another time. So, but the plan is still that we're going to do that giveaway, right? And then if I get a new SBHE, I might have to give away my current SBHE, or not, because surprise, surprise, they're going to be like two different models at this point. The new one versus this one, it really is going to be like two different guitars. But don't let that stop you from buying an ST1, because they're awesome just as they are. And there's more stuff that's coming with the ST1. I want to say 9 months down the road or so, that he's told me that I got to keep quiet on. All right. But he hasn't told me a whole lot, just a very, very bare minimum. But he was like, no, man, don't say anything. So I was like, I'm going to do that. But what are we talking about? Field trip? Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Of course, we're talking about that field trip, right? So first on the scene with the latest tease news. Awesome. Yeah, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. You know, we have it lucky because Torsten is a generous guy. He's honest, but he's an honest, no nonsense kind of guy. So as long as you're not a dick and doing anything really stupid, and you understand that, you know, he can be a little passionate about his instruments, then you can be cool with him, you know. And what Baby Boy knows, he's talked to the guy in person. He's a really, really nice guy at the end of the day. He's just, you know, he's my age, a little couple of years older, and you know, life, you know, we all learn things by the time we're this age, right? So he's not taking any BS, and that's appropriate. The man's got his own business, and it's do or die for this business for him. So, but you know, he's cool, right? He's no nonsense, but he is laid back and cool. You can sit down and talk and be chill with him. But something stupid about his guitars might, you know, dig at him a little bit. That's what I was trying to say. But what else can you expect, really? You know. So, what's up, Dimebag Coins? Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining us, man. I got me a Chibson, no label. Okay, cool. So, is that Chibson look like the shape? Does it have the book? How do you say it? The open book shape on the headstock, right? Because if you really wanted to take care of that, you could do that on eBay. Pardon me. They're great, and he's just getting better, right? He's doing this smart. He's actually only got 2 guitars right now for a very good reason, right? It's about building the positivity, right? So he's got the entry-level guitar that's better than everybody else's, and he's got the pro guitar that's cheaper than everybody else's. So it's the modified body shape on the back of it. I like it. Okay, so it's the one from Fesley that looks like kind of like an ESP style Les Paul guitar, right? With the more pointy cutout, and it's got the body, the carve, the belly carve, and the arm carve. FLP 900. Oh, okay, so that's the high end one. That's the top. That's like their new top end LP, right? With the flame on the top. Yeah, yeah. Now I understand. When I saw FLP 900, nice. What color? There's I thought I saw, and I could be wrong because I look at guitars all day. The black with like the cherry red flame finish. Like I said, I could be wrong. But congrats on that, man. Enjoy. I'm sure it's a really good guitar. Fesley is the house brand for Cort. Okay, it's just another Cort. Really. It's the house brand for the Chinese factory for Cort, basically. So it's, they're giving it a big push. They had some success with the first couple of 2-3 models, and now they're blowing them out, and they're getting a whole lot of different versions of different models. By the way, guys, if you go looking around on Temu right now, some of the hold on, this one here, the FST 400 and the FST 350, the one with the white pickups, you can find them on Temu right now for like $90 and less. Okay, so if you're looking for a really good deal right this minute on a guitar, this one in particular is a really good deal. Okay, here's why. It's meant to be an entry-level metal guitar. This one is like a little hot. The pickups on this are a little bit hotter. These are around $6K, and this is like 14, 15. No, it's like closer to 13. But it's a solid guitar. If you're looking for like a really good guitar cheap, check out Temu right now. You can find this there all day for like $90. Hey, it might even be the same on Amazon. Oh, by the way, in case anybody's wondering, this is a guitar that I'm probably going to end up giving away with Fretnot and Ted sometime in the near future. But it's not one that's in the video. So you guys just got an exclusive. All right. This one, I got a few more. And okay. There you go. So, and yeah, so speaking of, this one, I'm going to start showing you guys some of the guitars, right? We got 12 people here, 7 likes. Yes, I do have the Scorpion handy. I'm going to show that one in a second. It's actually here within reach, but the Donner is the first one I grabbed. I just got a 400, paid $110. Nice. See, the 400, that's a good one, right? That's this one. Well, the one I just put on the wall. But yeah, it's a solid guitar. It really is. The 350 is basically the same thing. The difference is the pickups have a little bit less output. The neck pickups and the middle are like 5.5, not 6. So wow, big difference, right? But the bridge is closer to 8.5, 9K, which is more of a classic bridge humbucker. So okay, so you're a singer, and so you're going to be doing. I bought on Amazon, scared of the Temu and AliExpress. Well, you know what? I do understand some concerns. I mean, Temu's cheap. It's like replacing Wish, but they're really trying to be more like Amazon. AliExpress, that's a little more risky. But Temu seems to be figuring their game out. It's not too bad. I just happen to be on there all the time because they got this stupid free game that if you play it long enough, you'll get free stuff. So I'm trying to get free stuff. And so 15 minutes a day, I play that game and I see shit. Right? Yeah. The Temu prices have come down, and I'm seeing a lot of, sometimes if you've ever purchased there before, you've probably got coupons in their system. So as soon as you go there again, you check out something and it's going to show you that it's like, oh, it's $14, but you have $5 in coupons, so you're getting it for $9, right? Coupon. So coupon's a coupon, man, right? I do coupons too, right? I got coupons for my merch and the new merch store. So, which, by the way, this one you can't get. This one is no longer available, but new version of this shirt is. That one has the John 5 FFTL from Firefly on the front. Screw therapy, play guitar. You need to make the printing larger or get a second screen to move the chat onto. Yeah, I would love to be able to do that. I need a better PC for that. That's usually when you're doing live and all this stuff. You generally need like almost a gaming level PC to do all that. It's just that I feel like I'm kind of confined here. That's what it is, really, Dimebag. It's not that far to the back of this room. Okay. So I could sit like this in the space here and hang out, and it's not a problem, right? And then I work with the keyboard. But when I'm at the amp, then I'm on an angle, so I got to lean in like this a little bit more. That's really more what it is. But I'm looking at it on a 43-inch screen, so I can see it pretty fine. I connect my PCs to a TV. I don't bother with a monitor. Yeah, man. I do have a little more space in another room, but it's a very, very small 8x8 box with a 10-foot ceiling on the second floor, and it's hot as hell. And if I put an AC in there, it's just that's the only thing you're gonna hear. So I can only do so much in there. Make it bigger. Oh yeah, 43 on top. Yeah. Yeah, right. After a while, playing guitar is like second nature, right? But so speaking of guitar, let me know how this sounds. I'm going to plug these guitars in and show them to you. These are the guitars I'm going to be giving away that are going to be in the video that I'm going to be dropping later tonight after I make the new thumbnail. And these are just some of the guitars I'm going to be giving away in the future, right? I'm going to be doing these. This one's gorgeous. You haven't seen anything yet. Hold on. I got to show you the backside of the neck. This guitar, I paid $80 for. This is a $200 Donner, okay? And I see that, Dwight. You're kind of like right there with your camera, right? When you're standing. I was wondering about that too. It seemed like you have a limited space for your studio area. But I guess it just, it is what it is, right? So this one, here, let me show you the back. I paid $80 for this $200 guitar, brand new, from eBay. I'm sorry, this wasn't brand new. This was refurbished. This was sent back to them as a defect, and then they sold it off on their eBay store through eBay Refurbished. It was $89, and then there was another discount they threw on top of that for me. I got it for $80. But the flame maple is insane. I don't want to give this away just like it is, though. In my heart, I wanted to keep this and turn everything gold. Yeah, that's not much different than what I'm doing here. And in the other room, I can literally I stand against the wall. I have the desk right here, and then I can almost reach the back wall. If I lean over the desk, I can pretty much touch the back wall. So Yeah, I know where to get the best pickups for this guitar. I can get all the gold hardware. I mean, you know, I'll get Geiger to take care of it because I got the discount code. By the way, if you guys ever need discounts on parts, in every one of my videos now, there's a Geiger code for everybody. Use RJC. I think it's RJC10. It might be RJ's Cave 10. Check in the description. But there's also a link. Use them both. We use them together, then you get a discount, and they know that I sent you there, and then I get a couple bucks, which then I can use for parts on these builds. LP Junior auction that I want to punk out. I get it for the right price. Well, that's always a great deal. That's always a great idea. An LP Junior with one P90 or two? Probably one, right? If it's a Junior, really, it only has one, right? I think. But that's awesome. You got to have a P90 with that too. Anyway, let me turn this on. Let me know how well you can hear this, because this lapel mic it's got one humbucker. Okay, we put a P94 in there. That'll sound awesome. Let me know how this sounds, if you guys can hear it at all, even, because this lapel mic's got a really good noise cancellation. First, I'm just going to make sure it's in tune. I don't want to insult your ears, guys. Roller bridge replacement. Yeah, that's like the negative to rollers. Yeah, we're a little out of tune here. All right, that probably won't sound like total shit. Yeah, I've done that, Dime. I've done that. I have a couple of older mixers that I've used. They've gone a little south. I'm in between mixers right now. And last time I had an audio interface, it took one little nosedive off the desk, and that was it. It was really fragile. And so eventually, yeah, that's what I'm going to get. I'm going to get more. But I also have to redo the software that this connects this to the PC. Because if I do that, then I should be able to connect this to all the software. The PC should recognize it as a microphone. I should be able to use it here, all that. So see, it's a little bright. That's the thing with this guitar. It's a little bright. All right, so this is one of the ones I'm going to be giving away. Let me try a little distortion here. Let's get a good channel. Oops. What's that? The amp has that output. Yeah, it's just a matter of putting the software all on the same drive. I've got 4 drives connected to this PC, and I think I've installed one on. Long story. So I got to just uninstall everything and reinstall it. Yeah, that was me fucking up. Am I evil? And it is almost a Black Beauty, right? But I think with the gold, it would just make this guitar, especially with the flame maple. But what I would like to do is find out if there's anybody here or anybody who watches the channel who would be interested in doing a group build like we did with the giveaway that just happened with Ted and Fretnot, who would like to take part. and maybe in upgrading this guitar. Don't have to do everything, but throw a few parts on there. I'll throw a few parts on there. Maybe someone else throws a few parts on there, and we make sure everything's right, and then send it off to Fret Knot, right? Yeah, Dimebag, that's difficult. Yeah, it's hard sending anything to Canada. I sent the wireless. It was a wireless system for guitar wireless system. Not a rack mount one, but the one that sits on top of the amp. It was as expensive to ship it into Canada as it was for me to buy it in the first place. So I learned. Sorry, my giveaways are all 48 states. It cost $29 Canadian. That's still a really good price for that guitar. I don't think it's much cheaper here in the States, actually. I think maybe $239. Hey, Max, how you doing? We got 16 people in the chat. What's going on, everybody? So, yeah, Max, you have the Fesley LP900, or were you talking about this one? Because you can have this one. It's going to be one of the guitars that go in the giveaway. I would just like to build it up a little more before it goes. So it's not the first one I would like to share you guys. The first one I would like to share with you guys is actually the one that Baby Boy Mulligan was asking about earlier. This one here. This is Leo James, double cut standard. What's up, Fret Knot? How you doing? This is going to be coming to your show soon. All right? It's got a scorpion on the front, Leo James. Baby Boy Mulligan is going to do some work on it, and then he's going to send it to Ted. And then Ted's going to send it to you guys. And you guys are going to give it away. And it's going to be quite different, I'm sure. All right? You got the Donner. It's a good guitar. Like I was saying, I think the Donner, the pickups are a little bright on that one. But I don't think they're really bad. I think they could be improved, but they're not really bad. I think the guitar overall is really good, though. My only complaint is I would improve the pickups, and those frets on the guitar, they're small. Well, then you want to win this for your girl, don't you? So you better watch every video, like every video, subscribe to every channel, share every video elsewhere, not just on YouTube. Absolutely, CD Nelson. CD Nelson, what's that from? I know that. I keep thinking of a comedian back in the 80s and 90s, but that's from a routine this guy had, I think. I don't know. And then I also think of Baby Boy Nelson. Yeah, man, Fret Knot, hopefully it doesn't take so long to get it to you. I'm going to be sending this out soon to Baby Boy, and he's going to have it. Hopefully he doesn't have it for more than a week or so before he sends it off to you, or sends it off to Ted, and then Ted does his thing. He's going to have it for a few days, and hopefully about 3 weeks, a month, this one will be at your doorstep, and we can do another giveaway. But I'm going to do a few more. Okay, I got a few more for you, and that since you're here, all right. First, let me play this a little bit so people can hear this. Not that it really matters, because this one's going to get new pickups. We know that. Let me find the end of the chord here. Craig T. Nelson from all the movies. Could be Craig T. Nelson, right? He was on Coach. All right, let's see how badly out of tune this one is. Sharp. Yeah, this one can use tuners, baby boy. They're not horrible. It could be better. So for anyone who missed it, CD Nelson paid me to talk about T's guitars. So I'll update you guys. T's Guitars is going to be having the new SBH-E guitar coming in. The samples are going to be coming in about another 2 weeks, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. I'm going to be there, and the goal is to do a live show. I have to ask Torsten about that yet, but I want to do a live show when I'm there and show all the new colors, or at least 6 of them. There may be as many as 7 different colors, but he only gets 6 samples in. So I'd be able to show you guys 6 new colors live from T's Guitars. Max, I think so too. I agree. Overall, I think it's a very solid guitar. I think anybody who gets this guitar as a first guitar or picks it up as a play-around guitar, perfectly happy. And at that price, I think it makes a great mod platform for people too. Because after all, it's still a Strat, right? So you can pretty much drop anything into it. So, yeah, you got BBM's got a set of that's going to go on here. I think they're Invader style. Let me finish this tuning this. All right, I think we're okay. I'm too busy reading. No, I'm actually going straight through the browser into YouTube because old PC. It's something I'm working on. Eventually, I'll be getting a new one. I got to clear some room on the credit cards. But the goal is to get myself about a $2,000 PC and get this all cleared up, hopefully within the next couple of months. But yeah, BBM, Zebra, or I would love, you know what? I like the idea of the Zebra set, but that's up to you. They're your pickups. You choose. So I'll be getting this out to you. I just need to do an unboxing with the stuff the guitar I got from Ball Shredder. Once I unbox that, I'm gonna see about using that box to ship this to you, or I got to figure out because I've got to ship something. I got to ship this to you, and I got to ship my old BC Rich bitch to JKM 2112. So that's a reveal you guys will see pictures of in the video. I rebuilt a BC Rich bitch with a little help from a friend of mine back like 3-4 years ago on the channel. It sounded like the system compressed the audio once you got louder. That could be my lapel mic. It has built-in compression and a built-in noise gate. So, by the way, are you guys hearing the guitar okay when I play? All right. I'll listen back. Okay. Yeah. Dime, you got a good ear. Okay, so I'll definitely listen back. Sounds like you got a good ear. All right, so I guess about 37, 38 minutes in. Yeah, it cut down on the volume a lot. Yeah, I think this is the best lapel mic I've picked up so far, but it's really just going to be for conversations. It's not really meant to pick up stuff, outside stuff. So, yeah. But all right, so the next thing will be a new mixer, and I'll pick up a mixer, not an audio interface. I'll pick up a solid mixer. I'll pick something up for like $100. Just to play the Powerball. Go buy tickets. So, all right. So, yeah. So this one's pretty cool. It's a little bit thin, which is what I remember from. Yes, absolutely. You'll have a USB out. That's a big thing for me now. To have a USB out and Bluetooth. So, but the thing is, there's a lot of inexpensive ones that do that, but they burn out. And so you got to buy something that's a little better. But the good ones are only like, they're a little $200 or so for a solid one, like a name brand. Yeah, I like Behringer too, but after a while, that stuff, I have bad luck with it. It burns out. But I'm actually thinking the next one I'll get will be a Behringer, but I want it to be the clone of the 2i2, not the one that's lower than that. Right? I think so, BBM. I think this it just needs some new pickups. The tuners, they're not bad, but I'll let you decide. You said you had some. Get a nice Allen Heath, a little one. I'll look into it. I need something relatively simple, but I prefer mixers overall, and I'm still getting better with them. Ultra packing. Do you really think there's value in pickup replacement? There can be, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't think it's worth it necessarily to buy a $200 pair of Seymour Duncans. But these days, there's no copyrights on pickups. So these days, it's possible to get good pickups. You just need to know what they're really made of, and you rule out a lot of the stuff that you would not like to begin with. And then it's still a bit of a crapshoot until you learn who does what. But if you can learn like what sellers sell, what brands, and what brands are good, then you can score every time. I know where to go, right? And I know where to go to a point that as soon as my rjscave.com is up and running, I'm going to start buying pickups from overseas to sell in the store at the website, right? I know where to get pickups that are basically they like. As much as companies want to tell you that they are only made in the USA, they can't meet volume. Most of the production in the United States is small fry, small time. If you want to do thousands and thousands of pickups, you got to go overseas. So these companies know how to make those pickups because they've made them. Right? Whether Seymour Duncan wants to admit it or not, or DiMarzio, or whoever, excuse me, I'm not trying to say anything about any company's practices. But no matter what a company tells you, they're having some pickups made overseas. So, and these guys have no qualms about sharing that stuff. And it's not illegal over here either, because it's not like you can copyright a specific pickup design unless it is extremely different, right? If you're just winding coils around a bobbin with magnetic pole pieces, that copyright expired decades ago. Like PRS has a new set. They've actually come up with an idea where you put, after making everything, the pickup, they actually tweak them by putting little slivers of magnets in the poles, in the spaces next to the poles, to tune the pickups even further. And that's now something that's kind of exclusive to them. But other than that, pickup design is fair game. So if like the pickups for this guitar, if I was going to get them from DiMarzio, which is the style of the pickups that I'm thinking about getting for this guitar, it would cost me like $300. So that's not really worth it to me. The guitar I paid $80 for. Will it be an awesome guitar afterwards? Sure. But that $300, that's crazy. That's plus labor and all this other stuff that maybe I can do, maybe I can't, all this other shit. But I can get those same pickups for $30 a set, and they're awesome. How do I know? They're in Igor right now. For anyone who doesn't know, Igor is the guitar that we're building for and to give away to autism. And those pickups are meant to replicate the exact same ones that Eddie loves, okay, or that Eddie loved. All right, so because DiMarzio is the company that he used first. And that pickup was the same pickup, the bridge pickup was the same pickup, basically, as Eddie used. I just had a bad experience with Music Lily. So I've actually just sworn them off. All right. So, all right. So this one you heard a little bit. We're chatting away here, guys. I'm going to show you another one here that's a little bit different. It's one that I didn't put in the video, but I want to see what you guys think about it. And if Fret Not is still here, I'd like their thoughts on whether they would like to actually have it as part of their giveaway or not, because it's a little different. I can't plug this one in because it needs a battery. What do you guys think of this? Right? It's got a couple extra holes. I forget. Oh, that's so you can connect to the. It actually is pretty cool. It's not perfect, but it is cool. It's from Acklot, right? If you find anything from them online, like on Amazon, or if you find it used online, definitely check it out because it's definitely it's definitely better than it looks. All right. I don't see the brand around a lot anymore though. This I picked up for $159. The pickups, they're in here. They're in here and here. It's got a piezo pickup. It's right underneath the bridge. It's a crystal. So what do you think, Fret Not? Thank you, brother. I appreciate you looking, Dime. I appreciate. I do. I'll take a look. All right. I got to step up to something real. It can't be a toy. And I know that you're trying and you're showing me something that's good. I'll check it out for sure. Appreciate you. Thank you. But Fret Not, what do you think? It kind of like the Bullfighter. Yeah, the Bullfighter. They make one. They sell one now. For all I know, it could be the same factory, right? There's only a handful of factories in China, and they make guitars for everybody, right? I believe I heard from a little birdie. I won't say who, and I won't swear by this, but because I could be remembering wrong. But I believe a little birdie told me that a lot of these smaller guys that do this guitar work, they can only make certain things, right? They can only blast out bodies at a certain speed, and they really don't have time to make necks. So some companies are really good at making necks. So they'll sell off the parts, extra parts, right? Johnny 3-Bar, yes, that's piezo. So you've had your Behringer for more than 15 years? Okay, so then I'll check it out. I'll check it out. My issue has been I've been buying $50 to $100 options, and they've been acting that way, you know. So I've been trying other options. This was supposed to be a fix for that too, but I'm still having issues, and some of it's my laziness. I'll be real. Okay, I get a little busy. So would you guys at Fret Not, would you guys want to give this away? This guitar does have one little thing you got to be aware about. I don't know that it's got necessarily a flaw. The battery because it's a piezo setup. No, it's not MIDI. Well, I don't know. I can plug in an auxiliary. I can plug in headphones, and I can plug in through an auxiliary. I can like my MP3 player or my phone for playing backing tracks through the headphones. So you can do that. So I guess technically that would be MIDI because this is a PC board back here, right? And that's where the one little complaint about this comes in. This actually, you got to make sure when you're done playing it, you take the battery out, right? I guess this is kind of a cheaper guitar. It's got a cheaper setup. It doesn't have like an off switch for the piezo because the piezo was a crystal. It's always going. So whatever circuitry is involved, they didn't put anything in there to like kill the drain on the battery, right? I don't know. I don't know anything about that shit. I'm just assuming that's kind of how it works. But for whatever reason, you leave the battery in here, and in like a few hours, it's dead. Like 6 hours, it's dead. So it's always a good idea to take it out. Other than that, that's interesting, right? Is that this one, Rod? I don't think that's this one, right? Because this one has a 9 volt, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do, Rob, is I'm going to just I'm going to evaluate this guitar again and see if it needs anything. If it doesn't need anything, then I'm just going to send it to you with a battery, and you guys can mess around with it and do a giveaway. All right, and I'll do a video where I clean it up and get it ready, and then I send it off to you guys. You got the Bullfighter, okay? All right, cool. So you converted the Bullfighter from the coin because it was a coin style to a 9 volt. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, and I guess because the bigger 9 volt, that's like what 6 times more juice than in one of those little ones, right? That's a 1.5 volt, those little coins. So that'll last you a while. I like that, CD Nelson. I like that. That's funny. So, all right. So I'm going to do this. I got to get caught up with some of the other stuff that I've already committed to. But yeah, I will. I'll get on this. Hopefully within a couple of weeks, I'll be able to send this directly to you. Maybe even while this one is going through the chain of channels until it gets to you. Wow, big difference. This one is so light compared to this one. All right. All right. Because this is fun, but I forget. I forget it's got that battery issue, and then I don't play it, right? Because it's got the battery issue, and then I never go and buy a battery. So maybe it's not for me. Maybe it's for somebody else, right? And it just sits in the bag, and that's a crime. So, all right, somebody's going to start getting commercials. Sorry, guys. We are at 53 minutes. I'm going to jump ahead and show you guys one that's going to be a couple of projects. Not just one. Does that look familiar? Yeah, I saw this little Asian kid on the street. He had it. It looked like mine. So I smacked him. No, I didn't beat up Salty Cream Puff. Okay, cool. All right, so I'll do that. Thomas, you got your first guitar today. Congratulations, dude. What did you get? Sorry, guys. Thomas, I want to know. I want to hear what Thomas has to say. I'll get back to this in a second. So, what kind of guitar did you get? I'm sorry if I sound pushy. I forget that it takes time. Right? There's like a 7-second delay between you and I. Squire Fender Telecaster. Good choice. Good choice. What style of music do you play? And yes, I'm calling you a guitar player when I say that because you're officially a guitar player. Yes, BBM. That's what this one is. Good eye. Good eye. Yeah, congrats, Thomas, too. You're going to have fun with that guitar. That should be a solid guitar to play some R&B. Absolutely. You can get all sorts of, if you got a solid set of pickups in that guitar, you can get a lot of different tones and you can get very funky with that guitar. All right. Take your time with it, learn it well, and learn how to manipulate the tones on a good set of pickups in that guitar, and you will have a great time with it. Yeah. Dimebag is absolutely right. Dimebag is absolutely right. This is just two pieces of wood with some wires and stuff. So don't be too afraid to get your fingers dirty a little bit and start learning how to do maintenance and repairs on your own stuff. It'll save you a lot of time, money down the road. And understanding how to do it is kind of like being a mechanic that goes to a mechanic. They can't mess with you. You know what I'm saying? So how much money would you like to spend, Thomas? Right. So yeah, I can give you a few recommendations on a budget. My main suggestion before knowing any amount of money that you have to spend, fret not. It's good to see you, brother. Thank you for coming by, or good to hear you. All right, I'll get these. I'll email you soon about what's going on with all these guitars, so you know what's coming. All right. Thanks for coming. Okay, so $135, and you're in England. I would check out a Black Star. Okay, my first thing is, and this is because of my personal experience, Black Star makes the ID Core series. Okay, it's ID like identification, colon, core. All right, and they are stereo amps, so they sound really nice. They're digital amps, so they have built-in effects and all sorts of stuff. And being in, they're from England, if I remember correctly, so you should be able to find them easily. And you could probably pick up an ID Core 20 for about that much. That'll be a 20-watt one. Basically, it's 10 watts a side. It doesn't exactly sound like a full 20 watts on its own. It's more like having a car stereo that has lots of speakers. Every speaker has its own amplifier, and they work together to produce the total wattage. So you have two 10-watt amps instead of a 20-watt amp. But they get really loud. They still sound a whole lot louder than you think. And at 20 watts, you can do everything except maybe play with a band. Okay. You would want to get something a little bit bigger than that. Eventually step up to a 50-watt amp with a 12-inch speaker. That would be a great one. Another good choice is the Fender Mustang. Okay. I have this one here. This is the big boy. This is the LT50. This is their budget line. They have the LT25, which I think will be right in your price range. That's probably going to be around the loudest digital amp you'll get. It's got an 8-inch speaker, which is a good speaker, good size speaker. It's got a good volume, and it's got a whole bunch of digital effects, and it's not hard to figure out. All right. Actually, now that I'm talking about it, yeah, look for the LT25. There's also, I think, an LT10. That'll probably come in at less than $100. So that would probably be about 80 pounds for you, right? I like the idea of pawn shops for amp deals, but if CD, but if it's for somebody who's brand new, I'd want to make sure that amp was perfect first. You know, if it's something like at a place where they're going to warranty it and all that, that's perfect. Yeah, That's a good one, amp. That's a good one. That's actually a small club ready amp. 40 watts. You can play behind. You can play with the drummer, and so that's more like uh, it would work for a beginner, but it's kind of a big amp, I think, in my opinion. Yeah, you could always do stuff like that too. If you got to worry about volume, like what Dimebag's saying is a good idea, because you can get basically you can get a sound effects board that you can plug your headphones into, and you don't ever have to really hear it out of an amp at room volume. You can hear it in your headphones. But there's a lot of options like that too. Amps have that option as well. But I would, yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think the Fender Mustang might be a good choice for you. It's probably the loudest one you'll be able to get on your budget, and it's a solid bedroom amp that you could like jam with friends with. Not necessarily with a drummer, but you could definitely jam with some friends with. If a drummer's not too heavy-handed, you might be able to play with a drummer. But as a bedroom amp, it's a solid choice. There's a lot to it. It's got a built-in tuner. There's all sorts of stuff that come with the app that you can put on your phone and on your PC. You can do a lot with it. All right. We're over an hour. I'm going to keep going for a little bit, though. So BBM was right. This is the guitar that came in the case that I picked up about a week or so ago. And I had an idea of what I wanted to do with it. I had a couple of ideas. But I don't think I said anything at that time because I wanted to wait. Because I was talking to Ryan over at Scuttle Productions. Does anybody watch him? He's got a cool little channel. I like the guy. He does guitar reviews, like me. And so he's doing his own giveaway, right? And he's giving away a Squier Mini, right? Which is a cool little guitar. Okay, that's the new champion you're talking about. So he's giving away his guitar. In the video, he says, "Well, I got a bunch of these now, and some of them are parts or whatever." So I said, "Hey, how about selling me one?" Ouch, killing me, man, leaving me for Scar. All right, brother. So this one's going to end up being a body that I'm going to do gold leaf on, but not just gold leaf. And then I'm going to take the neck and I'm going to use it on the Mini. That's a good choice. That's the little Mini, right? The little Spark, the Mini Spark. That's a good choice. So this is actually going to be two guitars. I got the Mini body on its way, right? I bought it from Ryan. It's coming. It'll be here in a few days. So I got that project going too. I got that one. And if anybody missed it, I got the ST1 coming, and that's getting these bad boys. Dimebag coins. What do we got? I know, Tony X1. It's a modeling pedal you can plug headphones into or into an amp. Okay. Time surfing. I'm going to get it's. Oh, that's the 50 watt. Okay. I thought that was the small one. I guess that would be the Spark Mini, and then there's the Spark. I guess the Spark 2. Cool. I got to get on board and check that out, because that's got to be up there with the Katana and all that. Then if it's 50 watts, it's got to have a 12-inch speaker, right? That sounds cool. So, all right. So this one's getting a couple of things, but I can't play it. It's got a bad jack, like some of you guys saw. Some of you saw me pull the jack out and fuck it up. But what about this one? This is another one I'm going to give away, guys. This is going to be down the road a little bit, but it's going to definitely be given away. No one seems to want it on Facebook, so you guys get it. One-of-a-kind color. 210s. Okay. All right. Cool. Kind of makes sense. They like their size. They're one of those ones that likes to be a little bit more about size. Guys, this is a $400 guitar, brand new. You find this on the website, it's listed at $400. And I'm going to be giving it away. And it's in a singular finish, right? Because basically this is B stock. This finish is supposed to be silver. That ain't silver. It's not quite copper either. It's more of a brassy color with the metal flake. On TV, it looks more copper, but it looks cool. Someone's going to get a badass little metal guitar. How metal? Let's find out. So, all right. 2 4s. Okay, see, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking it's a tabletop one, right? Flat. Still pretty close. Tuners are pretty good on this guitar. What's up, Salty Cream Puff? How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. BB Evans, nice to see you're more loyal. You're willing to at least watch on 2 screens. I'm just teasing. So, how's it going, Salty Cream Puff? How's the guitar doing? All right? Well, I hope they're doing well. Take good care of them, all right? Enjoy them while you can. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I hope you are anyway. So, and you know, like I said, I'm glad you won it. So, right, CD Nelson, this guitar is actually a pretty cool color, right? And it's actually a pretty solid metal guitar. I don't think the tones are bad in this guitar at all. The clean ones, the lead tones, but I also think it's a little bit on the warmer side. So it's definitely what I would consider a metal guitar. Someone's going to have fun with this. All right. I can't keep them all, you know. It's just a shame. This is a fun guitar. This is a diamond. This is the limited series of the Barchetta from Diamond Guitars. They're not bad guitars. This was just a subpar batch for their standard, right? They got a bunch of guitars that to them looked like, most of them were like $150 guitars. And I saw some of those finishes. They got some of the finishes right, and then they fucked them up on the rest. Thanks, Salty. Yeah, they just, like, they had those flame maple tops, and some of them they got perfectly right. The black just came to the edge right here, and then others, the black is this thick, and you can't see through it. So it was like 2 different models, 2 different paint jobs. So yeah, Salty, these are good. These are some more guitars that I'm going to be giving away because the giveaway with you went so well. This is one of them. So somebody's going to win this. I think so. I think so. What I'm talking about is like the paint job, you know, and that's, I don't think that any of them were really bad guitars, just that some of them had less than professional looking paint jobs and stuff like that. Minor things. So, so this one's going, right? This is going to be, I like how this plays too. I really do. Right? It's a little wider in the nut, which is good for me with my big hands. So playing up at the nut is a little more comfortable. Well, good luck. I know who you're trying to win it from. You're trying to, that's Scuttle Productions, right? Yeah. Yeah. I'm working with you. You came in right after I was talking about him because he has more than just the Squire Mini that he's given away. He's got like 3 of them. And some of them ended up being parts. And some of those parts are coming to my channel and going to be on another guitar that I'm going to give away. But yeah, the Mini is the Squire Mini is like an exception to my rule, which is I don't like short scale guitars. But the Mini is a fun guitar as it is. You don't say that. Don't say that, bro. I don't think it's about using up luck. I think it's about karma, right? Do something good, get something good back, right? So sometimes we just don't notice what it is. Well, overall, I think even at 7, it's probably better to play on a full scale instrument, which I think the PRS is, right? It's probably a 25-inch scale or a 24 3/4-inch scale. That's still full scale, right? Even if it's 24-inch scale, that's technically full size, right? So yeah, 24.75, that's full scale. So he's actually playing on a full scale instrument. Yeah, 7/8 is really like a 3. It's like 24 3/4 with a 3/4 scale body, right? That's true. You won a lot last year, right? So maybe you did use up your luck. Maybe you had all that coming. Maybe it was time. You were overdue. But still doesn't hurt to try, right? Oh, that caught me, guys. I'm sorry. 14 people hanging out, man, and we are over an hour. This is getting to be a long one. This is one of the longest ones so far. That's cool. So yeah, you know what? Let's go through these a little bit quick. So this is the so this one's being given away too. All right. By the way, I still have a Flying V here that I just got that I got to review. That eventually that one's going to end up in a giveaway because as much as I love it and I want to keep it, it's going to end up being a pain in the ass just to keep around because it's a V. Well, then I take that as a compliment. I take that as a positive from the whole experience, Salty. I think that's great. Semi-hollow giveaways. That's one thing you don't have. Semi-hollows, that might be a bit of a challenge to get find someone doing a giveaway for one of those. Unless it's something that's being co-promoted, maybe. Right? If a company says, hey, I want you to give away my guitar, then maybe you'll see that. Yeah, that's you know what? He's 4. Keep him motivated. Let him learn how to play on that guitar. He'll never stop playing, right? You know what? I'm wondering what's going on with them too. I mean, the hollow semi-hollows aren't my thing, but I agree. They need to do more. They need to put some more stuff out. And their 335s, they would have been one of the better ones on the market. Excuse me. So I would think that they would be selling out. So I would think that it would be worth doing for them. Sponsoring something like that. Yeah, you got to have a certain amount of subscribers, Salty, in order to get that kind of attention. There's a few channels that have that kind of attention. So, yeah, the 338, that's a good guitar. Cannot knock BB King, man, and you can't diss Lucille, right? All right. If a man will fight over a woman, he'll fight over the guitar that he named after a woman, right? So this is the Donner I just did a review on, and yes, I'm going to be giving this one away real soon. I might actually be hitting up Ted's mailbox a lot, like in the next month or so. So keep an eye out. Ted likes to do several videos on an instrument. Little off. Holds tuned pretty well. Kind of close. So, yeah, hear that? That's the hot bridge on this guitar. Right away, the same screen. That's the bridge. That's all the gain. You guys hear that? You're going. Yeah, this one sounds pretty good. The Q1, this is the Seeker from Donner. All right. These were $200, and now you can find them all over online for around $90. So if you're looking for another cheap Strat from Donner, this is a good one. This is got 16.6K in the bridge, and then these are around 5.3. I might have that number wrong, but it's a solid guitar. It still suffers from that having those small-ish frets, but they're not as bad as I think they are on the DST 200. What's up, BCG? Just added the RD 100 to my wish list. Currently 182. Maybe they'll do something silly. So I missed something. Let me catch up to you guys a little bit here. Where's so the orange and green on 163? What are we talking about? What am I doing? The YSTs, I get one. Where are we at? There you go. Okay, you guys are talking about the redid semi-hollow. Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, that's actually probably a solid option. I've heard that redid is actually a factory brand. Don't take my word for it. I don't know that for a fact, but someone told me they are a factory brand. Okay, someone who might know. And if that's the case, then there's a chance that more attention was paid to that guitar before it left the factory than some of the other ones. I've seen them too. TSA. BCG, I was waiting on your email, man. BCG has a guitar. Am I talking to, you know what? I shouldn't say anything, right? Because we haven't discussed it. So I'll say that. I'll hold off. But I think we'll go with like another 10 minutes, guys. We'll do an hour and a half today. And then tomorrow I'm gonna do 2:00, and I'm gonna try and set it up so we do an unboxing tomorrow of Ball Shredder's guitar, the one that he sent me. So hopefully I can pull that off, and we'll do that tomorrow. We'll do an hour tomorrow. I got to go to work. Hopefully this video I'll post it and we can watch that as a premiere before we do the live. All right, and everything works out. So, and Oh, for anyone who's here, the RJ's Cave merch store has a whole bunch of new merch. I went and put up a bunch of little stuff. You'll start seeing them posted in the videos. Drink koozies, drinkware. There's a custom glass that looks like a bottle, a soda can. Comes with a little wooden lid and a straw. You wash it in the dishwasher. It fits in a koozie. So it's a cool little package if you want. There's new shirts coming. There's a new version of this shirt. And there's a new 90%. Oh, you know what? Let me show you that. I got that up here, actually. I wanted to show you guys this. I want to share something with you guys. It's a new shirt. Actually, it's the new version of this shirt. So there we go. So what are we up to here? Man, it's a really weird, great budget stuff. My dream guitar has always been the Gibson LP Custom, but the way things are going, I may never own one. You could always get, the way things are right now, Salty Cream Puff, you could probably get a made guitar from one of these companies overseas and pay about $500 and get everything you want and be a legal guitar, and like not a Gibson brand or a fake Gibson or Chipson. So this is the new shirt, same as the old shirt, different guitar basically. And yeah, I want to go in here and I want to show you one other one. So you're gonna see my list. There's a couple of things on here that are one-offs. This shirt has this on the back, right? And it comes in multiple colors. Can you see me now? All right. All right. You see me? Okay. If I'm back for David, I'm going to assume you guys can see me. Maybe you guys should try and refresh. I have a good connection. So, yeah. All right, awesome. So, yeah, guys, go ahead and refresh. So, it's all right. We're gonna hang out just a few more minutes anyway. So where were we? I was talking and then we got interrupted. Hey. Fat Albert, right? So, or is that not cool because of Bill Cosby? All right, so with just a couple minutes left, let me just remind you guys, new videos dropping. I'm going to try and get it posted late tonight. And for tomorrow. So we'll do a premiere tomorrow. Then we'll do a 2 o'clock live so we can hang out for a little bit. Monday, I'm probably going to do a members live. What is a good time to do a members live on Monday? I want to do one during the daytime. I want to, yeah, all right. BCG, I'll give it to you here. All right. That's my email. All right. So, yeah, hit me up. And, yeah, if you lose it for some reason, you go to my channel page, and in the header area there, it's in there. Okay? And, yeah, hit me up. I know you wanted to talk to me about something. So, definitely. Honestly, you don't need more than help from me is what you really need, I think. But we'll talk, right? My thinking is I get you pointed in the right direction and act as an intermediary and help do some promotion, shit like that. But at the end of the day, you don't really technically need me, but we'll talk. So, because you know, what can I do? You send me something, then I send it to somebody else. You can just send it to them directly, right? Anyway, we'll talk. Now that I've confused everybody else. So keep an eye out. I'm going to be getting the T's guitars and ST1 in here in probably about 2 weeks. So I'll be doing a review. After that, I'm going to be wanting to do a project. I'm going to be looking for a little help. Okay. Oh, right. Monday for the members live. So yeah, I'm going to be looking once I collect all the parts to put this kit together, pick guard together. I'm going to be looking for a little help with the final wiring, because I'm going to be doing I got a Gilmore mod coming, and I'm not sure how it works with the humbucker. It should work fine, just to use it normally, I think. But just want to be sure. So if somebody wants to help me wire that up, because I don't know how to wire for shit, then that would be awesome. We can do that as a collab and do it as a video, right? You do a video, I do a video kind of thing. Anyway, ST1s are coming. SBHEs. In a couple of weeks, I'm going to be heading down there to take a look at them. The new ones are going to be there. Torsten's going to be getting the samples in, and I'm going to be there. I'm going to try real hard to get to do a live from there so that we can see all the different colors. I'm going to try and get them to open all 6 boxes so we can see all the new colors. All right? And if not, I'm still going to be bringing back footage of these guitars. All right? So, and hopefully sometime this year. It looks like it's not going to happen in this next batch of SBHEs, but the one after that, I'll actually be able to see them when they come in pallets. Okay, the people who are moving out of the warehouse that Torsten is moving into are being slow about it. So, so I'm not going to be able to see 190 guitars on pallets in one place, but later on in the year, he's going to be getting batches of like 500. So when that happens, I'm going to be there to see them all. All right. Torsten and I have already talked about it. Okay. Awesome, BCG. Awesome. I'll do that tomorrow. Tomorrow, yeah, before I go to the live, I'm going to try and do that. We'll talk. Okay. So around lunchtime. Okay, I'll try and call you over a little before. I'll try and give you a call. I'll try and remember. Fingers crossed. If I don't, come to the live show tomorrow at 2 o'clock and give me a hard time about it, okay? So a lot of good stuff's going on. All these giveaways. T's Guitars is coming. I got reviews coming. So you don't want to miss out. If you're not a subscriber at this point, guys, please hit the subscribe button, okay? You don't want to miss out. And these giveaways, I'm looking for people to help me with the giveaways. If you want to take part in the multi-channel guitar giveaway and do a little modding and repair work and just send it down the line to somebody else to continue the job, let me know. All right, I'm gonna go. Red and gold. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about there, BBM. Yeah, those are two of my wants too. And Torsten knows. But he also knows if he actually gives me a guitar for a review, I do appreciate that on a whole nother level. I'm not just a greedy YouTuber looking for something to review. So I tell him I'll take whatever you give me. Yeah, I don't disagree, BCG. But if I'm not going to be involved in doing the repairs or anything, and I'm really not a repair guy to begin with, my best role is to just kind of like bring you together with the people, a middleman, you know, and I'm more than happy to do it, you know. And if I can get my feet wet and I can get in there and I can get a video or two out of it or get mentioned in a couple of videos, that's great, you know, and I'll figure out a way to do that. So that's awesome. That's awesome. So, but all right, we'll talk. Maybe you can send me a picture tomorrow when we text. All right, because I'll send you my number. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. I got to get back to finishing up the edit and putting together a thumbnail so I can post this video. It's been awesome, guys. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you all. I will see you tomorrow, 2 o'clock live. All right, and then we'll do another one. If you're going to be there tomorrow, think about what I asked about Monday. If you remember, What's a good time? All right. Pardon me again, guys. This is a kidney thing, believe it or not, with the gas. Anyway, that's going to do it for now, everybody. Appreciate you all. Take care. All right. I'll see you soon. Have a good night, everybody.